Welcome to another game that Raven Software did before being sent to the code mines, at least by the time we're recording this. So we don't know if Microsoft will allow them to actually be free or not.
Here's
Only time will
hoping.
tell. Also, for your warning audience, this was intended to be recorded before some real life events happened. So everything that's unfortunately it's literally just that the timing was just bad on our part. So sorry in advance. This is Singularity. On paper, it sounds kind of like your generic COD clone because it's a first-person shooter, but this one provides a particular twist to its gameplay, one that will not become apparent immediate, so I will not spoil in case you do not know. If you follow the marketing of this game, you know it already, technically, even if you saw the cover potentially. But for those who don't know, I will keep it as a surprise for later parts. All you need to know is that it takes place in a solitary island, you know, um, confined at the edges of Russia, where something interesting happened. But hold on.
1945, the Soviet Union continues to expand
Oh, hey,
both
Steve
military
Bloom.
might and political
Yeah.
influence.
Also some stock footage.
But it was the United States that held the secret to atomic power.
The flags of freedom fly all over the world.
This superiority would be short-lived, however, as Stalin was already at work on a plan of his own. While searching for uranium on a tiny island off the southeast coast of the Soviet Union, Russian engineers discovered E-99,
A new
a
element.
powerful and unprecedented source of energy. Seeing an opportunity for further
Alright, Joe, we have done it. We have
Stalin
found the new
authorizes
element.
unlimited development funds
Yeah.
to explore the capacities of the substance. Project Director Viktor Borisov establishes an island research station, Katorga-12. For his groundbreaking research, he receives the Order of Lenin. When Nikita Khrushchev succeeds Stalin, he accelerates the program, pressuring Borisov to begin field experiments.
Huh, an alternate timeline where Khrushchev actually agreed with Stalin's
It
ways.
is also
Well, not
volatile.
exactly. It's more of a case of this was a secret experiment that happened in Russia, but something went wrong, and in typical Soviet Union fashion, they just put it under the rug and pretend nothing happened.
effectively wiping it from the map.
And this brings us to, well, the time this game was made, around 2010.
Radiation surge. Fearing another Chernobyl, and suspicious of Moscow's secrecy, the reconnaissance mission over Katorga-12 is ordered by the Pentagon.
And that's where we come in. We are part of this commando team that has to investigate the island of Katorga-12. With our partner, which if I recall correctly is played by Nolan North.
Yes, he is.
Huh, Steve Bloom in an Activision game along with Nolan North in an Activision game. Any more and
To
I
be
get
fair, around this
bingo.
time they were used for literally everything, so it's not too surprising.
What's funny is that I see Steve Bloom used a lot of times as narrator as well for these games,
I
too.
mean, he's got the voice for it.
Also, this game loves to play around a bit with the alphabet and trying to masquerade as Cyrillic, even though it's not.
So in this,
Because we're in Russia.
so in this case, I see the Cold War is still going on.
No, it's over technically, but something has been going wrong with this island. That, yeah, as you can see,
Yeah, we should probably avoid that. Oh, dead already.
see if it sounds familiar, Jovan. The entire game takes place on this very remote location, in this case an island, and our protagonist,
Dark
which doesn't
Void.
talk, no, actually, survives a plane crash, and in this particular account, interest to explore this kind of abandoned facility. It will not become,
Oh,
even if it's not,
Uncharted.
even no, actually, even if it's not immediately apparent. This game takes a lot of inspiration from Bioshock and by extension from System Shock.
That too, yeah. Oh boy, so they're hiding mutants on this island, aren't they?
Who knows what mysteries awaits us. Mind you, There was actually a couple of things that unfortunately were planned. Oh shit. Were planned to be implemented, which I will explain later on because when we become more, contextualized. But unfortunately could not be implemented due to either time constraints because in true Activision fashion this was rushed beyond out of the door, or because of as a result of focus groups out of some concerns. But again, they will have to wait until it's properly contextualized.
No, something
If
like
I
a
recall correctly, I'm
singular.
about to pick a note. The death of Dr. Demichev in the fire at Ford was resolved than expected. We hope Dr. Borisov will be allowed to continue with our research, but we just received word that Moscow has deemed our work to be dangerous. Any further study into E-99 is being discontinued or percent to be removed from the island. Katorga-12 will completely shut down. All our work will be lost.
So essentially, what happened is like, well, the Cold War went as it did, but in this case,
The Russians were trying to develop something that would be more potent than the atom bomb, because of course
And
we
of-
will even see a couple of propaganda videos later on. So expect fun times,
and there may be remnants of that from here.
especially because we don't know what this E-99 does.
So in this universe, the
Oh,
Soviet
he's
Union
actually still
didn't-
alive.
But
Again, Libs, for reference for the time being, everything is essentially as it is for our reality. The only major exception is that the Soviet Union had this island where they were experimenting something.
There's one thing though.
Ah.
This is supposed to be a covert island, right? So why are there the remains of statues that literally held the sickle out there? Feel like that could have possibly have clued someone in on your location, guys.
Remember, the United States did not notice until they actually picked up the radioactive activity, meaning that even on a satellite it was kind of like masked.
Oh, true. But all the same, though, imagine if a ship just passes by and says, "Hey, there's a giant statue holding a sickle." Something that's often associated with Russia.
I'm also pleased to say that this actually was a shooter that had the actual kind of bold choice of not implementing regenerating alpha and instead relying on good old classic health packs.
I'm guessing that's your
I actually
preference.
I appreciate that because it allows some degree of control of the player to strategize instead of just saying, "Oh, just move your ass onto a cover and wait a couple of seconds and you'll be fine."
So we're all on our lonesome here, I guess.
Well, we need to rendezvous as a first order with Devlin at the very least. Oh, goody, there are also audio logs.
Oh boy, yep. Definitely getting Bioshock vibes. Although, I guess to be fair, it
There-
makes sense that in this case
There
there'd
is
be
some
audio
speculation
logs.
that a lot of these audio logs were actually supposed to be said by NPCs and they could not be implemented in the game. To me, it's for kind of a 50-50 scenario. Maybe some of those were, others not so much.
So
Also, you can fuck around with some furniture.
So I guess the idea is that this is supposed to be abandoned because holy
Yep,
cow, this place
it
looks
is,
to be in disrepair.
It is, actually.
Now that
I
does,
cannot read that.
that does make one wonder though, why might there still be noise going on here?
My father actually can read a bit of Cyrillic, but he doesn't know Russian properly. Oh,
Ooh, spooky distorted voice.
oh, Joseph of the plaza, tell me your secrets. No? Okay.
great.
God lives.
As people arrive from the boat, they no doubt have a great many questions, but you must explain that there is no time to waste. Move quickly and without hesitation through the list of prepared questions. Once you've filled out the form fully, move the newcomer on to the next station. There are always a great many people to process, and the faster you work, the faster everyone will finish their job. Now get moving. Okay, are these notes just basically a comment on the game developers and the development of the game?
Who knows? Potentially. Alright, sit tight, children. There's a propaganda video now.
The first one could be the about game preservation.
Commander, why did we shoot this in English?
You see, Frank Miller, this is kind of how you parody propaganda videos.
want to conquer the enemy, you must understand the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
That includes their language.
Just on this island. Whoa, looks like a theme park.
Oh god, this really is a lot like Bioshock.
Yeah, you can tell that they
Even the cartoon man.
And this is yet another game from this generation that doesn't have subtitles.
No, I think it has. I forgot just to turn them on, if I remember correctly. It's actually
I don't
been
remember
a while.
seeing the subtitles in the menu when you showed it.
Could be then. Sorry.
Alas. So, did this game have like a troubled development or something?
Yes. Okay. I don't know the fine details of it, but like I said, there's a lot of dummied content that could not be implemented for one reason or another. I still like the finished product, and gotta be honest, if I recall correctly, this is gotta be one of the last original IPs that Activision developed, for a very long time. So I would have taken that, if any, especially because of its original ideas that applies to the shooter formula. But alas, it did not catch on. It did not sold much, I can tell you that, and reviews were more mixed than anything. So
Well,
anyway, let's have a listen to the different locales of Katorga-12.
it doesn't seem like too much about of a shameless cash grab, though. I do wonder how.
I can tell you this: it's one of those games that feels better to be appreciated years after it was actually originally released, probably due to how the focus on different genres have shifted.
Now, granted, we're just starting, so I can't judge it entirely yet, but I do wonder if maybe the main critique was that this was kind of a poor man's Bioshock.
But then, okay, not just that. Again, we have to see all of its elements. Okay.
Supplies and research materials are moved across the island. It also serves as the main transportation of raw E99 ore.
Okay.
Oh, very
what's
nice.
Next?
The processing facilities are where E99 ore is purified and enriched. In order to protect the civilian population from any potential radioactivity, security...
So, as the propaganda said, some areas are best to be visited, while others do not. At least for when the island was operational. Hey, that's the title of the game.
So it sounds like they wanted to make something of a super soldier program.
More like they wanted to discover what they could do with E99, and some propaganda videos will tell about its capacity. It is a MacGuffin in its pure format, in the sense that it can do whatever the plot can come up with.
Well, if this is anything like Bioshock, then I get the feeling we're gonna get to see firsthand some of the effects of.
Although it's funny. They call it E99 because it fits in the periodic table, but if I remember correctly, that place is occupied by Einsteinium, so oops.
Guy likes to knife stuff.
That's our CQC attack, a very paltry knife that doesn't really do much damage. It's more of a joke more than anything. Even this mechanic about removing barriers, it's not really well utilized. Maybe it was back when in event.
Oh, there happens to be someone here. Oh wait,
or maybe
no.
not. Just what is going on?
Spooky. Yeah. Okay, I definitely see what you mean about the Bioshock influence. Okay. Now that doesn't automatically mean it's a cheap cash grab here and there. Though, admittedly, a lot of games were trying to do what Bioshock was accomplishing.
Now we're in 1955. What? And the place is on fire.
Why are we still speaking English?
Actually, no, they are in Russian. Again, I will comment later more on that fact, but it's nice that they had at least some Russian voice actors for the minor roles like the soldiers. But this one needs to be saved.
Does this imply
it's-
that the guy
it's
we're
getting-
playing is secretly Russian?
Who knows? Okay, man.
My leg is hurt. I can't walk. You'll have to help me.
Sure. Let's get here.
I think you move a little bit slower.
Just a bit. Again, this sequence is a bit more scripted than anything. Oh. Oh, that sounded like Troy Baker. I wonder who was.
The usual suspects.
But again, you can potentially die if you really just sit your ass around. But really, this is more, you know, a spectacle more than anything. Oh. Well, okay then.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
You know what they say for a game like this, Drova? I'm sure it'll be fine, but eventually everyone runs out of time.
And that's why the place is in shambles, because of the fire.
That was the accident that apparently made Jan shut down.
What did you do? What did I do? Nothing.
Oh,
Almost died in there. Fortunately, he saved.
I'm sure it's gonna be fine.
Hold on, that sounded like
And
Steve. What?
Okay, what?
Oh.
Wait.
Now we're back in 2010, but something feels a bit different.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
statues changed.
Did we just get transported to an alternate reality?
Hold on, let's just listen to the reactor again.
The potential uses of E99. Some of the
There we go.
areas of
I think I'm gonna do it now. Yeah, there you go.
completed in 1955, the tower serves as home to the Demichev reactor.
What?
Powerful
That's not what it said before.
You know, given the definition of a singularity, I think I may have a good idea of what's going on. But we'll just wait and see.
Okay, the propaganda video is the same, but look, as you can see, even the layout of the room is kind of different from before.
I mean, it's still a wreck, but
A different wreck.
More like run down as opposed to,
And again, Stalin's space was replaced, so... Oh, okay. Scattered through the island, you also get these upgrade parts of essentially E99 tech. These are collecting different forms, either chips or micro reactors. Essentially, they're your currency. Get them as much as you can, and at some point you will be able to actually upgrade yourself, your weapons, and other stuff.
I don't know how much time I have, so I'll make this quick. The Singularity exploded about 2 hours ago, killing hundreds of
Oh, the Singularity still happened, though.
radiation is also having effects. It's mutating humans into violent
Oh, great.
oh, mutating humans into violent creatures, just like BioShock. Please tell me we also get an audio clip that happens during the disaster, which literally has somebody getting attacked by a splicer, I mean mutant.
Who knows, Jova? Well, Devlin is still there.
For fuck's sake, someone copy me!
Nolan, don't worry, the tape was fine.
Things look a little south of norm because I'm officially freaking out.
And yes, you can literally dumpster dive for scavenging for supplies in this game.
Probably.
Okay, eyes forward. Keep to the original directive. Continue to the radio tower.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, apparently mission control is still in touch with us, so whatever's
Well,
changed...
no, remember, Devlin says that he cannot communicate, that's why we need to get to that tower. Just... Oh, I did not like that sound. Hey! Go ahead, Drova. Oh, sorry, my bad. Yep.
Was that a little
okay.
girl?
Who knows?
Or a little
sure it's
sister?
nothing.
If anyone should find this recording, please. Our children are hiding in a room at the top of the stairs. They only have a limited amount of food and water and won't be able to...
like kids playing with toys of this game came out in 2010. Damn, Toy Story 3 was darker than I thought.
Very good, Willie.
Oh!
Wanted a recording when someone was attacked by something. There you go.
Seriously, we're only in the first part and already my Bioshock bingo board will be complete.
Go
I
ahead.
curse the day we came to Katorga-12. Yuri is working himself. Oh.
Sorry. I forgot which specific letters I actually read in full.
In the meantime,
You
I
go ahead,
realized
Pedro.
that.
Yes.
Sorry.
No.
Go on.
Tell me what you need. Don't worry.
No. I just said that this game is still available on Steam.
It is actually. I don't know if the PC version actually runs better than this. I hope so.
Well, I'll probably run at 60 FPS at least.
Hopefully. But yes, I do recommend it at least, especially because since it's on Steam and it's old, you're probably bound to find it on sale at some point.
Also, that letter was Resident Evil-ish. About
Kinda.
something being on someone's back all of a sudden.
Alright, here's our first weapon, the Centurion, a revolver. It's not very powerful, but as a starting weapon it does the job.
Ah, well, okay. I guess to be fair, the pistol tends to be your starting weapon, so fine. Although that is, once again, kind of a thing with Bioshock. Hello?
What is going on? Oh, that wasn't good looking.
What? I get that.
Well, let's just get out of the house. We'll need to assert ourselves. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. You wanted Splicer, Jova? Think more of... I don't even know how to describe this. These are literally mutated beings from the E99.
They look like the ink blots from Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Sure, let's go with that.
That said, though...
But yeah, these will be our enemies for the time being, at the very least. Yes, sir?
That said, though, yeah, I'm definitely seeing an interesting layout here and there.
Mm-hmm. For the time being, it's these the outskirts of Katorga-12.
I swear,
again, from where we just arrived.
I swear, bonus points if it turns out that the kids we're rescuing are girls that have been messed with, and we have to choose whether or not to spare them or sacrifice them for energy and whatnot.
There are one or two choices, but they're for way late in the game, so hold on to your butts for that.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing the inspiration from Bioshock.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. Well, again, I don't really mind that. Considering again, this was around the time where Activision was not doing that much with stuff that wasn't a licensed product. The most that they had was COD. Skylanders was about to start, if I recall correctly, and they tried something with Prototype.
Yeah, honestly, if the game's good, it's good, but I can definitely see where...
So something like this at least was kind of a breath of fresh air. But other than this, if I recall correctly, the only other major new IP that they tried after this was Destiny, and now they don't even own that anymore. So...
And Destiny, the first Destiny was not very good. Hell, even the second one got off to a pretty lackluster start.
Okay, we need to approach more monsters with these.
Sir, I just want to go... I love how he didn't even react to the first few shots. Oh crap, there are two of them.
Yeah. This is getting out of hand.
Conveniently, they don't...
Conveniently,
they don't have faces that we need to animate much.
They do, actually. Well, with this kind of visibility, they do not show much. There we go. Also, I need to mention there is actual music in this game, although it's actually very quiet for the most part. And the composer of this is let me see, Michael Van Maker. Apologies for not knowing how to pronounce the name, but he is actually one of the many composers for Bloodborne, believe it or not. So it's like the stuff that he does.
Did you say Michael Van Macker?
Yeah, I think that's the way it's pronounced.
And along with Charlie. I know those two composers. Charlie Clouser, who did the music for the Saw franchise, and Michael Vandmacher, who did the music for Punisher Warzone.
Also, before ending, minor interesting note: the director of this game actually did work on a couple of licensed games, including a couple of the MCU Sega tie-in video game, including Thor: God of Thunder and Captain America: Super Soldier. So I can tell that this guy kind of had fun with the product that he wanted to make. But again, more can be said for the future parts. So tune in for the next time where we keep exploring the outskirts of Katorga-12. Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
See ya.